to all of our dear friends. This week we'd like to introduce you to some of the historic buildings in Mashhad city in northeastern Iran. Ferozes Mausoleum. Ferozes Mausoleum is one of the attractions in the city of Tuz, Khorasan province. Every year it welcomes those who have a great interest in the culture and literature of this land. It would be a great honour to be in the presence of someone who dedicated 30 years to preserving the Persian language. Over the years, Ferozes Mausoleum underwent many changes, and gradually its structure turned into a mound of bricks and tiles hidden in a wheat field. However, finally, during the time of Nasir al-Din Shah Qajar, the governor of Khorasan, Abdul Wahab Asfadal was assigned to find Ferozes Mausoleum and build a suitable structure for him. In this stage, only 2 rooms were built on the mausoleum, which were rather insignificant. And finally, in 1974, the current building was constructed. The area of Ferozes Mausoleum is more than 6 hectares. The main structure, inspired by Achaemenid architecture, is located in the center, and in front of it you can see a large pool reflecting the building. Opposite the pool there is a statue of Ferozes made by the hand of Abdul Hassan Sadiqi. Inside the pool there are 3 sets of 10 fountains designed in the shape of water lilies, symbolizing Ferozes' 30 years of hard work on writing his magnum opus, the Shahnameh. Among the other buildings in Ferozes Mausoleum there are administrative offices, a museum and a library. Inside the museum, a special collection of antiquities discovered in this area is preserved. The historic artifacts of the region include stone carvings and pottery from the post-Islamic period, which mostly make up the historic artifacts in the museum. Other artifacts include gold and silver coins, tiruquan, a type of ceremonial weapon, the Florence Shahnameh and a 73-kilogram Shahnameh, glazed pottery vessels and some donated artifacts. Ferozes Mausoleum Library contains over 9,000 volumes of books, and its building was constructed in 1968. The grave of Mehdi Akhavan Saleh, a renowned Iranian poet and also the master of the Persian classical music, Mohammad Reza Shajarian, are also located near Ferozes Mausoleum. Shah Hamam Mashhad or Mashhad Anthropology Museum. Mashhad has had numerous public baths since ancient times. Besides the local residents, pilgrims and visitors to the Imam Reza shrine also needed bathing facilities. For this reason, there was a high concentration of baths around the shrine. Unfortunately, most of these baths have disappeared in the past 50 years, especially during the major demolition of the surrounding area of the shrine in 1975. However, one bath has survived, Mahdi Goli Bake Bath, also known as Shah Hamam. Mahdi Goli Bake Bath belongs to the Safavid period. This structure showcases a beautiful example of ancient baths. The main structure of the building is made of bricks and lime. Sarouche, a type of plaster, stone, glass, metal and tiles were used as other materials in this bath. The bath consists of multiple spaces, and the largest and most beautiful section is the central bathing area with 8 columns and decorative paintings. The various sections of Mahdi Goli Bake Bath include Sarbaneh. Sarbaneh is adorned with decorative paintings and small coloured tiles. The ceiling of Sarbaneh is also decorated with intricate tile work. Sarbaneh has 4 alcoves, 3 of which were used for changing clothes and storing regular people's garments, while 1 alcove was reserved as a seating area for the king and nobles. Hashti or Miandar. After Sarbaneh, there is a space called Hashti or Miandar, which connects the Sarbaneh and Gamkhaneh hot room. In the middle of Hashti, there is a small basin where people would wash their feet after leaving the Gamkhaneh and before entering Sarbaneh. Gamkhaneh hot room. After passing through the Hashti, we enter the Gamkhaneh, which is the main bathing and steam room. The Gamkhaneh has a square shape and is adorned with 4 columns in the center, supporting a domed ceiling with several guldasta flower vases placed on top. Surrounding the Gamkane, there are 3 alcoves that were used for seating and bathing. Tun, fireplace or stove. Behind the reservoir there is a space called the tun, which served as the place for igniting the fire and providing heating energy for the bath. The person responsible for fuel and heating was called the tun tab. After acquiring bath fuel, including charcoal, thorns, animal dung, etc., they would place them inside the tun furnace located beneath the tians and light the fire. The heat and smoke generated from burning the fuel were carried outside through ventilation shafts called gurbes. Chalet Huz water pool was used for swimming and recreational water activities after bathing. In the process of transforming this bath into a museum, the spaces in Sabane, Gamkane and Chalet Huz are used as display alcoves, showcasing objects related to the bath, such as stone vessels, pottery, ceramic guldastas, guldams and bath tiles, as well as bathing utensils like cupping flasks, basins, soap, foot scrubbers, henna, rose water, etc. Daray House. This historic house is located in the vicinity of the shrine of Imam Reza and Nawab Safavi Street. This beautiful historic house was built during the Khwaja period by the last Dargah of Mashhad, Yusuf Khan Herati. It was a private property used for hosting distinguished guests. Interestingly, until 1981, the descendants of the late Herati resided in this magnificent building. Dargah House is considered one of the architectural wonders of the Khwaja era and spans an area of 1,100 square meters. Dargah House in Mashhad boasts several firsts, including the first private bathhouse, the first fireplace in Mashhad, the first double-glazed window. The construction of this historic site incorporates a fusion of Iranian and Russian architecture, evident in elements such as the wooden ceiling decorations, 7-color tiles, terrace facade, double-sided stairs, angelic and figurative plaster statues, and high-rise faucets. One of the architectural attractions of Dargah House in Mashhad is its 3-sided structure. Upon entering this historic site, you will notice that the 2-story building is constructed around a courtyard with 3 sections: the main entrance hall, the winter residence, and the summer residence. Tavakoli House. Tavakoli House in Mashhad, which is now recognized as a historic and national monument and is listed in the Cultural Heritage and National Works list, used to be the residence of a famous merchant called Kashmishian, who was active in the dried fruit trade. Until the Pahlavi era, this house belonged to them, and Mr. Kashmishian lived in this house throughout his life. Later, it was purchased by a person named Tavakoli, and that's why it's known as Tavakoli House in Mashhad. The design and architecture of Tavakoli House in Mashhad were done by a person named Ahsan Khan Kwarai in 1221. Although the architecture of Khwaja-era buildings did not have significant changes compared to the preceding periods, they possessed distinctive features that set them apart from other historic buildings. The use of stairs in houses is one of the main elements that have been employed in the architecture of Khwaja-era houses. Tavakoli House in Mashhad, designed on 2 floors, incorporates wooden rooms at its core. In fact, the main structure of this building is made of wood, and wood is used in all of the rooms. The use of wood imparts a special warmth to this house. The presence of ivans, vaulted halls, and plastered columns on both sides is another characteristic feature that catches the eye in Khwaja-era buildings. The existence of these ivans and columns in Khwaja-era architecture led to significant transformations in the facades of houses. Tilework, brickwork and mirrorwork are other prominent features of Qajar-era architecture, which can also be seen in Tavakoli Historic House. The interior spaces of Tavakoli House in Mashhad are separated from each other by wooden sliding windows called oasis. The stained and lattice glass used in these windows creates a special beauty in the interior space of the house. The large windows allow abundant light to enter the rooms, which is one of the notable advantages of this building. There are many rumours and myths surrounding Tavakoli Historic House, and as a result many people know it as Daray House. One of the main reasons why Tavakoli House in Mashhad is recognised as Daray House is the multitude of interconnected rooms. Additionally, the low lighting of the mansion has also contributed to the formation and spread of this incorrect perception about this historic monument. Thank you for your time. In the upcoming videos, we will introduce more places from cities in Iran to you. Have a great weekend.